Hello, everyone. Kimberly Olson here, also known as the Gold Digger Girl, streaming from Michigan. And I've got my girl Stacy here, and we are going to chat with her because she's such a rock star. I'm super pumped to have her on. Thanks for being on, Stacy.
Thanks for having me. I'm super excited to be here.
Yay, this is going to be so fun. So what I would love for you guys to do in the chat is tell us where you're tuning in from since I'm traveling. I'm in Richmond, Michigan, which is north of Detroit. This is where I grew up. And Stacey, where are you tuning in from?
I am in Barrow, Alaska, which is at the top point of Alaska.
No way. So what is the weather like for you?
Currently, it is stormy outside. We've got quite large waves going on in the ocean. We're right on the coastline. And we've got some winds about up to 40 to 50 miles an hour right now. So a lot of rain.
Oh my gosh, lots of rain. So my husband watches like a lot of those shows like up there. So I'll think of you when I see those. Well, then I can't complain that this hot, humid weather here is making my hair frizzy.
No,
like,
and you have trees there too. So you're good.
Have trees. Like, come on.
We don't have trees.
Suck it up. And you know what? It's just proof that if you can build a business in the tippy top of Alaska, you can build this business anywhere, you guys, and that's what we're going to talk about. Well, we've got people from all over tuning in. Awesome.
How exciting.
Yay. Okay, I also want to know, on a scale of 1 to 10, share in the comments with us. 1 is I'm not awesome at getting customers, like my personal volume every month is just me, your own orders or your husband's orders. And then a 10 is that's your strong suit. Okay. 10 is like, I've got it. I'm crushing it. Like I get it. So scale 1 to 10, 1 is I really need help with getting more customers or building my personal volume. And 10 is I'm crushing it. That's my sweet spot. Okay. I'd love to know in the comments where you guys are at. Also share this out. If you are in direct sales, network marketing, or you do anything where there's a selling a product of some sort or a service, so even affiliate marketing would count, I want you to share this into your Facebook groups with your teams or communities because it's great content for people to understand, you know, when people are having success, we want to know what they're doing, okay? And I'm seeing lots of lower numbers. Yeah, a lot of you want help in this area and you are not alone, trust me. That's why I was like, we've got to do this interview. So Stacy, you're a student of mine. You're in Six Figure Breakthrough Business Academy, so I've had a chance to get to know you really well. However, you are on your own, have just been crushing your personal volume in your business. So you were recently recognized for #1 personal volume in your company. If you guys can guess, she's with Color Street. You can see her backdrop, and I have my nails on today, so I made sure.
Woo-hoo, so do I.
my girl Dina's like, girl, your nails are looking a little naked. We need to fix that. I'm like, okay.
Yep.
But with it, you did 100, was it 105, 105,000?
It was 100,000 and then like some change.
I mean, in a year, you guys, can I repeat that? Because some of you might not know. In 1 year, Stacy did $100,000 in personal volume selling nail polish, okay? Like, it's not like she's selling this high ticket nutrition program that's $1,000. Like, person by person, nail strip by nail strip. So first off, congratulations, Stacy. Like, I'm just like in awe of you that I like know you. I've actually hugged you and met you. But can you talk to us a little bit? First off, like, tell us a little bit about you so people know. Like, how long have you been an entrepreneur and what got you into it? Because you're a mom as well. But tell us a little bit about that.
I started in my journey of direct sales about 10 years ago. And you know how most of us are, we go from one company to another company to another company because we can't really find our niche. We don't really know, yeah, the product is nice, but that's not really for me. So I started going through personal issues where I was divorced. Became a single mom of 3 kids. I lost myself in depression, anxiety, the whole kit and caboodle, put on a lot of weight. And so I was really having some really bad self-esteem issues. And so I needed to find something that was just me, that was just something that defined me. I wasn't living through my kids. I wasn't living through being a single mom. I wasn't living for somebody else, that I needed to live for me. And so I had discovered Color Street about 3 years ago. And I left my previous MLM companies and stuff, and I ran with it. And to be honest, it's been one of the best decisions I've ever made. A little side note is that 3 years ago, when I started in February, we had a conference, and I was recognized as #5 in sales for the entire company on the first run. And then last year, or the year before that, I was also recognized as #1 as well. Again, this year as well. So
this is not new to you.
No, it's not.
I mean, obviously you can't be like a fluke if you did 100 grand in personal value, but that's even makes me even more excited because you've been able to repeatedly do it, right?
Yeah.
Like, and I think that's the fear, like when you hit something. I know for me, like I built a team before and going and rebuilding, I was fearful. Like, could I do it again? You know? And so I think that says a lot when you can do it again. It's like, okay, it's duplicatable, like I'm doing it again. So this advice will be something that everyone can translate to any industry, any niche. I mean, it's all transferable. So that's exciting. Okay, cool. What an inspiration you are. You just get it done. I swear. Okay, so when did you, so when you got into Color Street, did you start for the business? Did you start using the product? How did you get into really crushing the personal value side of it?
I started using the product, and I actually am a florist as well. And so my test of time was to see if they would last through Valentine's Day, because we all know as florists, it's a little crazy. So they survived that test, and I was like, wow, this is some good stuff. And so because we've been in direct sales for so long, I had my following already going on, which is something that, I will say, you need to build a following on social media. Don't be afraid to hit that friend, send a friend request, accept friend request, start those conversations, you guys. It is vital. Like, it is absolutely vital. And that's really what started it all. And then, of course, it being such a new product, and where we live up here, we don't have access to the normal, go to your nail salon, go get yourself pampered, whatever. We kind of have to do it ourselves. And so a lot of it too is, I also approached it from the effect of, we are all busy moms. We all have self-esteem issues. We all doubt ourselves. We are our own worst critics.
Totally.
And so I really focused on those type of people to have these conversations with, like, hey, we have something in common. We should do our nails. It makes us feel pretty. And so that's really what started the train, if you will, of doing this.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So since you're up in Alaska, did you ever, what was the model, ever living room locals, get together, get some girlfriends, or did you go all in online?
I went all in online. Everything that I do is roughly online. There's very few in-person parties that I do. A lot of it is just online. Since I've started, I came up with this acronym called PEACE. And so it basically consists of 5 areas that I really focus on. And so the first one for the P is personal development. I cannot stress this enough. Oh my gosh. So for me, I actually do personal development about 2 hours a day, and it gets me in the, I do. I have to. It gets me in the right mindset. So before I even go on to social media in the morning, because there's so much negativity going on right now, I actually pick up a book and I read it before I even touch social media. And it gets me in the right mindset too, because then you're like, okay, I can tackle this day. I'm in a positive mode and I can just get things done. So the next part of it is the E, which is engagement. It is so, so important to engage on social media. You make a post, comment on all the people that commented on your post. You're showing that you care about their comments. And then you can take those conversations offline, through a text or a messenger or whatever. So your
engagement, can we say something real quick about this? Your engagement posts are awesome. How do you, if you guys aren't, please follow. It's Stacy Bowen. Is it Bowen? Is that how you pronounce it? Bowen. You can see her on the screen. Follow her, turn her, like, friend request her, or just follow her, and she'll probably accept your friend request. And then I want you guys to watch her, like, watch how she posts, because you just get these ones that they take off. So how do you come up with those? Do you just think like, what's something conversational I could post, or do you?
Partly that. I also kind of cheat a little bit.
That's all right. We like tricks.
You're like, I want tricks.
Strategies.
Board games. Do you know those games that
That's brilliant. Oh my gosh.
So anyway, we have like these conversation starter board games, and I just pick something out of it, and I'm like, hey, I feel like talking about this today. So like yesterday, I made a post about what was your latest purchase from Amazon. And so there was about 5 people that purchased nail stuff. Well, you bet I messaged those 5 people. I'm like, dude, I can hook you up. So,
yeah, I got you.
But yeah, so do those type of things where you just kind of, social media is really like an interactive platform, and people want to give their opinion about everything. So think about like something that you can interact and engage in. It doesn't necessarily have to be related to your business at all.
It can be random.
It can be totally random, because you want to start those relationships. You want to start that communication line, because you will eventually turn into a sale.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. And then A.
The A is authenticity. You want to be authentic on social media. Don't be somebody that you're not, because it does show through. People do see the fakes. They do see the, whatever. So you just want to be totally authentic about whatever it is you're posting. And think about it like a reality TV show, especially in your stories. People want to see, what did you do today? I know it may not seem like we do things that are fun and exciting. And I can tell you, I live in a place that there's nothing, but I try to make it fun and exciting. So whether that's a picture of the ocean waves, whether that's a picture of, stepping in the mud, whatever, it doesn't matter. I mean, you can make a story out of anything. So
absolutely. And you are very authentic.
Thank you. So, and then the next thing for the C is consistency. Be consistent. Oh my gosh, I can't even stress this enough. So I can give you a really good example of not being consistent. So I have Pinterest, and I was posting on there every single day. Well, you know how it is. Life happens. We get busy. Oops, I skipped a few days. And I think I might have skipped like 5 or 6 days. My views went from 650,000 down to 195,000.
Oh, I would cry.
It was just boom. Cry. So that is a real life example of how important it is to be consistent and just post every day. So regardless of whether you feel like it or not, there are days I don't feel like posting at all, but I still get on there and I still do it, because you want to stay up in those numbers. And it's like that with all the platforms, whether you're on Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, all of it. So
any of them. That's huge.
Yep. And then the last part of it, the E, is excitement. Be excited about things. Nobody wants to be around a negative Nancy. And sorry for any of you Nancys that are out there, like legitly named Nancy. But people want your excitement. They want to see the good stuff, And right now, especially right now, we all want to see good stuff. So that's my piece.
I love that. It's so simple. And that's one of the things that I love about your profile, among many, is that like you're so relatable, you're approachable. And it makes me feel like when I look at your stuff, I'm like, if I were looking at a business or just considering it, I would look at you and go, I can do that. You know what I mean? There's nothing that you're doing that is like intimidating or like, oh, she's this big influencer and I could never be like that, like there's a downside to that. And I like how realistic, and I don't know, I just like the feel of it. It's very real, it's very genuine. So when it comes to your success with the personal volume, the personal sales, what do you feel like has been a key, of course, doing everything you just shared, but what's like a key thing? Is it your follow-up? Is it you use Trello? Is it you're going into groups and you're looking for people to connect with? Like, what has worked for you to get that many sales? I mean, that's like epic numbers. Parties, you do all through parties, and then you book more parties. Like, what's your way?
I keep an Excel spreadsheet of my customers and what they purchase. And so what ends up happening is when we release new sets or I have new accent nails, which are samples, I actually contact these customers of mine, my past customers, and I say, oh my gosh, did you see the latest and greatest? Oh my gosh, this would look so good. And I actually use Messenger quite a bit. There's constant conversations going on all the time. So I really look at, and I invest my time in getting to know my customers. And so I've just basically have a spreadsheet where it's like their name, what they've purchased, what is their, family situation, where they live.
Oh, wow.
That kind of thing. Yeah.
Oh,
So,
wow. That's like super
mhm.
organized.
Yeah, that's about the only organized I have. Now the rest of it, forget
Hey, but
it.
you have the important part organized,
Yep,
right?
yep,
Like that's
mm-hmm,
making you that money.
yep.
So, and then as far as acquiring new customers, what would you say is your way?
Um, Pick 2 or 3 things that you are interested in and be a part of those communities on Facebook. And so I
Okay.
am in some groups that I'm interested in. So one of them, and I'll just be honest, it's a Disney group. I absolutely love Disney. So I start conversations, and that's how I connect with new people that I've never met before. And so, we start talking in Messenger and stuff. And next thing you know, we're asking each other, what do we do for a living?
Right.
It's
It
really
comes
that
up.
simple.
Yeah. And you know what, too, guys? When
Mm.
you follow Stacy's pay profile, the thing that I think sometimes people get stuck with is when they are like, okay, I'm going to do attraction marketing and I'm going to be on social media. They
Mm-hmm.
are constantly looking for ways to work in their product and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what I've heard from you, you said it a couple of times, is you aren't trying to tell them about your nails all the time.
No.
You're trying to like
Mm-mm.
post things that are just fun and
Yep.
engaging and let's talk and get to know each other. And in the groups, it's like,
Mm-hmm.
cool, go get in some groups that you have an interest in, not thinking, oh, menopause, this will be perfect because I saw weight loss. It's like, who's interested in menopause? You know what I mean? Like, don't get
Right.
me wrong, it could be a good strategy, but you
Mm-hmm.
might say, well, one of the things I love is I love taking like old furniture and just stripping it and like,
Mm-hmm.
doing, I don't know what that's called when you like make it new looking or cool, but like
Varnishing or something, but
varnishing.
yeah.
Yeah. So like if you're going to go to the antique store, right? You're going to find some cool
Mm-hmm.
stuff and maybe that's a passion of yours and you love it, or you love French bulldogs. Like go get in those
Yep.
groups and connect
Mm-hmm.
with those people just like you would in real life. And
Mm-hmm.
then what happens is they're like, she's cool. I like this chick. And then when
Mm-hmm.
they do say, well, what do you do? Like, see your stuff, or what is that? Or, hey, I saw your post about you were selling some nail polish. What is that?
Mm-hmm.
They're going to ask you. Like it probably happens to you all the time where they're like,
Yes.
hey, Stacey, I
Mm-hmm.
saw your stuff. What is that? And you're like, oh my gosh, like I didn't even bring it up to them. And
No.
they're asking me about it because your goal is just to connect with people. Like that's what I
Mm-hmm.
mean. It's obvious. That's all you're trying to do is connect with people.
Yep. Yep.
It's amazing. I love it. And everyone's saying they want to know refinishing. Thank you, Lori. You rock.
Thank you.
My gosh. So Scott and I, on our 1 year anniversary, we had no money. So we went to this like little, like it was a joke. Basically, I'll put it this way. The restaurant we went to was where the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, like it was out in Texas somewhere. Yeah. So we were like, we're going to go antiquing. We're going to be awesome. And then the whole
Uh-huh.
time we're like, we can buy this on new on Amazon. I don't get this. So it's like a
Uh-huh.
thing. Like if you
It
love
is.
that, that's your thing.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, thank you.
Yep.
Everyone's loving your ideas, and I'm sure they're going to want to know where to find you. I would love for you to drop your Pinterest too, because I just did Pinterest training in Gold Digger University. So
Mm-hmm.
can you tell them where they can find you on social media? What platforms are you on?
Right now I am on Facebook and it's just Stacy Bowen. And
Okay,
then Instagram is Stacy J Bowen. And then Pinterest is Stacy Bowen.
perfect. You kept it
So,
really simple. Do you have
yep.
like a VIP group or anywhere they can get more information on the nails, because they're probably going to want to know? I love
Yes,
that. They're super simple.
it's called Once Upon a Nail.
Oh, cute. You're
Perfect,
so
right?
good. I love it. Once upon a nail. Yay. Okay,
Yep.
cool.
Mm.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being on. I so appreciate you taking the time. You're such a rock star. You're so inspirational. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but $100,000 in personal volume in a year, like I got some goals now. So I appreciate it because that's huge. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you
I
so much
appreciate
for
it.
having me.
You're welcome. We'll
Mhm.
see you later, girl. Okay, I didn't want to keep her otherwise giving you guys the housekeeping. So if you guys just hopped on, put link in the comments, LINK, put link in the comments. We are going to be crushing Facebook group. Profit Secrets Challenge starts in 1 week. If you haven't registered yet and gotten your workbook, you're missing out, you guys, because guess what? During the challenge, it's free. I go live every day with so much content, so much value. Your head's gonna rocket ship into the sky. You're gonna be so excited. But I give you homework every day. It's action oriented. But then we take the videos down. So if you want to do the challenge, you've got to get in now. So put link in the comments and you can see a spot to register for the workbook. Also, please leave a review. If you click the link, you'll see a spot to grab this book. It's on pre-sale right now. It's my 4th book, The Art of Self-Discipline. If you grab a copy, pre-sale copy, throw it in your stories, message me masterclass, and we'll get you into the masterclass. I know a lot of you have already grabbed it. Thank you. If you did, please leave a review. That's the key, the publisher guy said. The key is reviews. So all you do have to do is go to the Art of Self-Discipline on Amazon. If you might have to search my name, toggle to Kindle, and you can leave a review. Okay, so leave a review, message me when you do, because I'm going to give you a virtual high five and blow you some kisses. And last but not least, if you put link in the comments, you will see a spot to get into Gold Digger Assist. Okay, Gold Digger Assist is now open. We've got virtual assistants in there. We have people who can do social media, graphic design. We have people in there who can do website stuff, all the things, okay? If you're just like so disorganized or you feel behind the 8 ball, you don't have enough time, you're not crushing your DMO like Stacey is and you need some help, Gold Digger Assist, just put link in the comment. Or if you are a virtual assistant or other service professional, we have a spot for you in there as well. And we'd love to get you in there. I'm doing trainings in there. Anna's doing trainings in there. We're going to help you totally crush it and get connected and make the most of your time together, okay? And if you didn't catch it, I did a training inside of Goal Digging Box Space today on what to do if someone comments on one of your posts or in a group and they have the pain point that you have the solution for. How do you handle that? So go grab that. It's on replay inside of Goal Digging Box Space. All right, thanks for being on. Until next time, get lit your business and set your soul on fire. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.